Okay, so backlinks part 1. Now this is where we start to get into the meat and potatoes of this course, and this is the part that is really vital in getting your videos onto the first page of Google, like I just showed you at the beginning of this course. So there's a number of ways to do this, and we're going to start off with the free way, which is a number of different high quality blogs and pages that I've spent a lot of time trying to find out where they are, which pages to post on, and I'm going to share them with you right now. So the first thing that I'm going to give you is I'm going to give you a notepad which contains all of the URLs for these pages which you will need to go to, and I'm going to walk you through them right now. So you can download this notepad from just below the video in a link. First place we need to go to is Google+. If you don't have a Google+ account yet, make one. You'll be able to make it from the same account that your YouTube account is based on, but for now I'm just using my regular account because this account I just set up a few minutes ago. So what you need to do here, once you're on Google+, is go to the notepad that you made where you copied your video title and description. Okay, so go there and get the URL from your video which you copied in here, and then just paste it in where it says what's new with you. Paste it in there and wait for it to load up. There we go. And then just post it. Right, simple. And then what you do now is you go just below here, you go to this little symbol here, and sorry, you don't do that. You go to this is the one. You go up here, this is going to bring up your post. Go there, copy the URL, go to the notepad where you have your title and description below your YouTube URL, start pasting these links in below here. So that's the first one from Google+. Okay, the next one here is a Japanese blog site called hatena.ne.jp. Again, it's in the notepad below this video. And what you do here is, again, you just grab your video URL from your description notepad and you will paste it in here, and you just put your title. Okay, so what was it? 2-day profits review. Right, copy this actually and make sure that you have it just above your YouTube URL in your notepad because you're going to need that later on. And then you just click on this haiku button here, and then that will publish it. Do apologize for the noise. As I said, I live in Jakarta, Indonesia, and it can be pretty noisy, and right now it's call to prayer, so the mosques are being a bit noisy, so just bear with me. So you click on haiku and that will publish the page. While we're waiting for that, let's go on to the next one. The next page is called Storify. So again, what we're going to do here is insert the title, description, anchor link, and then publish. Right, so insert the title, copy that, click on new story. Right, this will bring up this editor, and then you put in your title there, so 2-day profits, little bit of a description which we can just copy from the notepad description that we made earlier. Just copy the first couple of lines, go back over here, paste it in there, and then we want to copy the title again, but this time we're going to add it as anchor text with our YouTube URL in there. It might sound a bit technical, but let me walk you through it. So you just paste in the title there, and then you go over it, just highlight over it, you click on this link here, this link button, click on that, and then go back over to your notepad, copy your YouTube URL, and then paste it in there. Okay, that's done. And then we're going to add a little bit more text from here. So let's just copy this, paste that into the next row, and then there is a function over here with a little YouTube symbol on it. Click on there. Again, go and copy your YouTube URL, paste it over here, click search, it's going to come up with your video, drag that across. Okay, so that brings that in there. That's done. Publish that, and then view and publicize it. So just go onto there and copy this URL, go back to your notepad, and just underneath where you had your Google Plus and actually the Hatena blog, paste that in there. Okay, and then we can close these windows down. Go back to the Hatena and you should be able to see the sorry, motorbike going past. You should be able to see the post that you just made. Now if you just click on there, then it will come up. This is being a bit slow. Okay, here we go. Just copy the URL of this page, 2-day profits review. Copy that, paste it into your notepad in between there, just under Google Plus and just above Storyfy. Close that. Next we're onto Tumblr. Again, with all of these pages you need to register an account first. It doesn't take very long, and with Tumblr you need to actually set it up so it looks kind of nice. So you need to put your put your thumbnail in there. I just used the channel art from my YouTube and I just stuck that in the back there, and then I put my name in and all the rest of it. It's really quite easy to do, very basic. Now what we do here is we go to text up here, click on there. I'm going to add a new post. Again, go over to the notepad that I've put in the description below. Just go over to here and it'll give you some pointers as to what you need to do. So for Tumblr it's blank, so I guess we just need to go over, grab our URL and put it in the text there, and copy the title and paste that into the title there. That is it. Post that. Okay, and then we need to view this. Okay, share, and then we go to embed. No, we don't. Sorry. We go to permalink, and then we just copy the URL there. So just going to go over that once again so you know what to do. Once you've published it, go down here, click on this little arrow button which says share, and go to permalink, and then it'll bring up that page here. You copy the whole URL, and then again go and paste it in your notepad. The next line. Right, next page we go to is blogger.com. Again, if you need to set up an account here, and then you just go to new post. See what we're going to do here in Blogger, labels, title and URL, that's it. So we just need the title, post title, put that in there, and then grab the URL. Actually what I might do for this one, just to make it look a bit nicer, is just copy half of our YouTube description, put it in there, and then copy the URL of our YouTube video. Go to the next line, paste that in. Now you want to make sure that this link is clickable, so go up here and click on link, and you can then make sure that it is. So go to link, go to your YouTube video. Brilliant. So, and then you might also want to highlight some keywords here like 2-day profits. Again, click on link and put in the URL. Right. After that we just click on save and we click on publish, and then we just go here and we copy that URL. Okay, so we're done there. We copy this and we put it into our growing list of URLs. These are all going to be our backlinks. Next place we need to go to is where are we? I don't know why this. Oh yeah, here we go. johnarmstrong.hatenablog.com. It's another one of these Japanese sites. We need to put in the title with anchor text, and a couple of URLs. So, register an account here. Click on new entry. Grab your title, paste it in there, and grab a section of the text. Let's just grab it from, it doesn't really matter what you write in these blogs because nobody's actually going to read them. We're actually just going to be using it for the backlink that we're going to get from it. So anything that has the keyword in it, anything that has something to do with 2-day profits, just bang it in there as long as it makes sense. Then copy the URL and paste it in here. And then we need to, it's going to come up with this Japanese writing. So it's basically going to give you options. You can either select the raw URL, which is going to show like this, or you can actually select the image here, the thumbnail, the actual YouTube video, or you can have the title of the YouTube video here. But we are just going to go with the raw URL. Click on this. I guess it means like enter or something like that. I don't speak Japanese, so I don't know. And then let's go down in between these two paragraphs. Let's do that again, but this time let's choose the video. So let's click on this one. Okay, brilliant. Is there anything else we need to do on this one? No. Brilliant. So let's go down there and publish it. Just have some iced tea. Right, while we're waiting for that to publish, let's move on to the next one, otherwise it's going to be dragging out a bit longer than we want. The next one is called Scoop It. Again, register an account, paste in the title and the URL. So, title, you go to, there we go, copy and paste to create a new scoop. So I think this one, we only need to put the URL in there. Really simple. Paste that in there. Click go. We'll put some tags in here as well, so 2-day profits review and comma, that'll save as a tag. Brilliant. Publish, and then we go to view your scoop, and then we highlight the URL, copy it, put it into our collection here. Just space it out because we need to put the Hatena one in before this one. Close them now. And then you go to, we're back on hatena.blogspot, okay, go to close after it's published, and then click on the title, the one that you just made, 2-day profits review, highlight the URL, close that down, and add it into our notepad. Okay, now I think we're on to the last one here. Yes, we are. This is another website that you need to register for. This is a little bit more complicated. We're going to be adding a number of different URLs from our list into here. So click on create. And then we're going to grab all of our URLs apart from the Google Plus one at the top and apart from the Tumblr one, because I don't think it accepts those, but let's just try it out. Just copy them all of them without the Google Plus one. Right, then you'll be on this page. You want to go to the far right and click on See Project Page. It's really weird how I managed to find these pages that you can post links on, but they do work, and that's the most important thing. Paste them, all of those URLs, into the instructions, and then click on here and it'll tell us whether we can include them all or not. Now it says, the bad word detector thinks there's a problem with your text, change it. Okay, I think it's because of this Tumblr one here. Right, we've got another comment on our YouTube video that we just uploaded before. That's good. More comments the better. So let's get rid of this Tumblr link here. Ooh dear. Let's just delete that one out and let's click down here, see if it's any better. Yes. Okay, so I'm just going to recopy all of this stuff from this top window from the instructions part and then paste them again into the notes and credits. That's it. Click on see inside, and then you're going to want to go up here and copy the URL at the top, excluding this hashtag editor part. Okay, leave that bit out, you don't need that bit. Go back to the notepad and then space down and paste that one in there. Right, now we've got all of our URLs here. The next thing we need to do is go to Google indexing tool. Now I've put this at the bottom here, Google Webmasters Tools. I think you might actually have to have an account to use this, but again, it's very easy to set up. And actually, having said that, I think we can use the same account that we just set up our YouTube account on to do this. So go through to this page, I've put the URL on that notepad, and then we're going to go through each of these URLs one by one. So copy it, paste it, do the reCAPTCHA thing, send request. Okay, now after a couple of times of doing this, you may have to jump through a few Google hoops with this reCAPTCHA stuff, like you have to select signposts or vehicles or stuff like that. But when you do this, I mean, I'm doing it on the fly while I'm speaking, so it does generally take a little bit longer, but usually you can get away with doing this in like 5 minutes. It really doesn't take very long once you've nailed it. Okay, nearly done, nearly done. Okay, couple more to go. And what this is doing basically is sending all of the pages that we just posted on, and it's telling Google that there's new new content on those pages. So if anybody searches for them, then they should be coming up. And it's also it's basically registering these pages in Google instantly. And by doing that, because all of these pages have our backlink on them, then it's going to be showing YouTube that there's people linking to our video, which makes YouTube think that that our video is going to be quite popular, because if people are linking to it, obviously people are watching it and it's popular. So this is what this whole process does. Now, what you can do after this is go through to a website called SEOclerk.com, and I've actually left a link to this particular page in the notepad as well. Basically what SEO Clerks is, it's a bit like Fiverr, but you can get things a lot cheaper here. So what I tend to do, if the product that I'm promoting is quite competitive and there's a lot of other people making a review video about it, I'll go to SEO Clerk and I'll buy some views. Now these are generally robot views, but they do kind of trick YouTube into thinking that you are getting genuine views on your video, and it does help to boost it to the top of YouTube. So this is only $1 and you get 1,000 views. So this might be something worth investing in if you are promoting a competitive product. There are also similar services on Fiverr. Just to type in YouTube views. There's actually loads on here, but they are quite a bit more expensive, because obviously the lowest price you can get something for on Fiverr is $5. So I don't generally use Fiverr for this stuff. I usually go to SEO Clerks because you can get the same kind of things for $1. Okay, so right, that actually concludes the free linking part. So I'm gonna pause the video now, take a little break because I've been talking for quite a long time, and then we're going to come back in here and we're going to talk about how to boost this method. Okay, so the next thing that I do, and this is a kind of semi-free method, okay, there is a little bit of an investment here, and you're going to be buying expired Web 2.0 pages. Now, the difference between these and the free pages that we used before, the free pages have what's called domain authority, because they're from blogs like Tumblr and Blogger and places like that that actually they've built up an authority in themselves. Now, what expired Web 2.0 pages do is they are pages that are on these kind of free blogs like WordPress and Blogger, but they've actually been used by somebody before who's been posting a lot of content on them. So they've built up what's called page authority. So you have domain authority and page authority. And what page authority is it's an additional ranking factor that Google takes into account when it puts that page further up on Google. It's that much stronger than these free blogs by themselves. Now, the reason why they're called expired is because somebody's actually used them previously and put a lot of content on them, and then have since discarded them, or they haven't been updating them, or they've just left them for a year or so they go back into the public circle. And what we're going to be doing now is heading over to places like Fiverr and searching for people who can find, it's what's called scraping. They scrape for these expired Web 2.0 domain pages, and they can find them for you. So let's just type in, actually, I'll show you one that I bought previously. If I go into my order history, where is it? Here we go. Completed orders. Right here. So find and register 5 expired WordPress, page authority 30 plus. Okay, so these are very, very strong pages. There is a bit of an investment involved, like I just said, it's $21, but you can go and use these 5 pages again and again and again. And what happened when I placed this order is the guy actually gave me 8 instead of 5, so he over delivered. So I use all of 8 of these pages to post my links on, and these are very, very strong backlinks that we get from these pages. So you can have a search through, just type in expired, register expired Web 2.0. You can search for that, but there's some cheaper gigs on Fiverr that you can get for like $5, and what they'll do, they'll scrape for these expired Web 2.0 pages, but they won't actually register them. Now, it's best to get the ones that are already registered, because that means that you have them, okay, you've taken them. The ones that are not registered, sometimes, because a lot of people are looking for these expired Web 2.0 pages, and because they're popular, people might register these pages, get in there before you. So this is just a tip. Try to find ones that are actually already registered. It's going to save you a lot of time registering it yourself, using a different email address, what's the word? Getting it, I've just had a blank there. Yeah, you don't have to verify it. That's the word. You don't need to go through the process of verifying it, registering it, and all that headache stuff. They're already there for you on a plate, so all you need to do is just go in there and start posting your links and your content. Now, there's another website that I use similar to SEO Clerks to find this stuff a little bit cheaper. It's called Conker.io. You can see in the address bar here, Conker with a K, Konker.io. And this is a site that is dedicated for SEO, dedicated to SEO stuff. There's a lot of good services on here, and I'll just show you one that I purchased recently for some of these expired Web 2.0s. So you see, I got a very similar service here. This is for 5 expired WordPress, page authority 30 plus, Web 2.0s, and this is for registered 5 expired WordPress.com, page authority 27 plus. So it's a little bit lower of a page authority, but they're still very, very strong. And this was $10, whereas on Fiverr it was $21. And I think this guy actually over delivered and gave me like 13, so it was a really, really good buy. And then what you need to do once you've got these is you need to get a VPN. Another bit of a technical mumbo jumbo, but what a VPN does, basically, let me just close this down. I have one here. This is a paid service. There is a free one out there called, I think it's called Hide My Ass or something, but if you just type into Google free VPN, then you should come up with some options. And what a VPN does is it gives you a different IP address. It changes your IP address, it changes your location. So when you go onto Google or when you go onto any kind of website, then like I can change my IP address here to any one of these countries here. Usually I use IPs that are from the UK, especially when I'm using sites like PayPal, because if I use my Indonesian IP address, it's kind of sends all of these flags up. So you're going to want to use an IP changer or a VPN, because when you go and register these when you go and register these expired WordPress sites, you're only actually supposed to have one WordPress site per person. Now if you go and register 5 WordPress sites on one IP, then it's going to get flagged and it might even get shut down, so it's a bit of a risk there. Now once you've got one of these IPs up, which is different to the IP that you're using at home, you want to use Firefox. If you don't have Firefox installed, then install it, and then you click on, if you're on Windows, you click on the Windows button and R, and what that's going to do is bring up the run box here, the Windows run box. You want to paste this into there. So firefox.exe /p, not a forward slash, just a regular slash, a hyphen P. Click OK. And what we're going to be doing here is using a different profile every time we use one of these expired WordPress one of these WordPress pages, because again, you need to have a different IP. You also need to have a new page with completely new cookies, without any kind of history, without anything that's going to kind of link these 5 WordPress sites together. So WordPress isn't going to know that these 5 sites are owned by the same person, by you. So you want to kind of trick it into thinking that you're different people, and you need to use a different IP and a different profile every time you do this. So you go into Firefox and you do what I just told you. You go to choose user profile. Now what you want to do here is create a profile. So for these WordPress domains that you get, I'm just gonna see if I've got these in here somewhere. Okay, so you bring up your Excel spreadsheet, which the seller would have given to you, containing all of your username and password information. Then you would create a new profile depending on the name of your WordPress site. So for example, for this one, it's called Oral Health for All. You do get some random names here. Again, they've had previous owners, so obviously they've used them for this one. This guy's used it for dentistry type of stuff. So you click on next here, back in the Firefox profile creator. Then you would just paste that in there, and then you would click finish. And then you'd come back to this main page with all of your different profiles in here, and then you would click Start Firefox. Now what that will do, it will open Firefox up in this profile with completely new cookies, no kind of history or anything like that. Open that up together with your IP, and then you will go onto that page and you would post your link from your notepad here, the URL for your YouTube video, your title, and then a little bit of text, and then that's it. You would post it, you would copy your URL and put it back below all of these ones here. And then you would go and do the same thing for the next one. So you would first of all go and change your IP, change it to a different location. You'd go back to Firefox, Windows R, type in Firefox exe -p space -p, open that up, create a new profile with the next username there. You'd go in there, put your username and password into WordPress, and then you would post your link again. So that is another very, very powerful method of getting strong backlinks to your YouTube pages. And then what you would do after you've done all of that, after you have all of your links created and you've saved them in your notepad, you would go back to the Google URL indexer and you would paste them in there one by one and submit them. Okay, so I've just shown you 2 methods here One is completely free and you're welcome to use that, and that does work for videos with not that much competition and kind of medium competition. But if you're going for the high competition review videos where you have a lot of competitors, then you might want to start using these expired Web 2.0 pages. Now I'm going to get into the second part of these backlinks now, so let's just click on to the next video and we'll get started.